Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about adding table of authorities citations to the JenDoc document automation system. So if you watch my table of authorities video, then you saw me add some of these citation fields, and you saw that it allows me to add citations that will be used for my table of authorities that I had previously added to the JenDoc document automation system. So I'm going to show you how to add these citations in this video. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to come over to the JenDoc tab, and then I need to go to add a quick part. And so I have all these fields, but I don't need to fill in any of these. I just need to come over to citation. And once I choose that the quick part type is a citation, I'll get this pop-up. It's telling me I need to clear the document in order to create a citation. So if I have any content that I want to save, then I need to click no. Otherwise, I can just say yes, clear document. And then I get this pop-up window, and it's asking me to enter a citation. And so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to copy this citation, and then I'm just going to paste it here to this enter citation box, which is the long form of the citation. And you'll see that it automatically populated this short form citation. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this stuff off the end, and there's the short form of my citation. And then here I have the option to add the id form. And so when I click on this box, it gets populated for me with id at, and then I'm just going to put in the number. I have no idea if this is right. I'm just using this number here. But, hopefully you get the idea. And then I need to choose a category to add it to. So I'm going to add this to regulations. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's where it's going. And so then you'll see that these buttons pop up. This remove pin cite button I'm going to talk about next. I'm going to talk about citations with pin cites after this. But this one we're going to say has no pin cite. And so then I just click create citation. And this pop-up here is just telling me that if I'd like to format the citation, I can go ahead and do that now. But it's telling me not to close this window. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this italic. Okay, so now my citation is in italics. And now you'll see that over here, these two sections have been grayed out for me. The selections have been made for me, and they've been grayed out. So I don't need to do anything with those. And then over here, it started me off with a name, which is just the start of the citation. And I can name it whatever I'd like. There is a limit to how long the names of quick parts can be, and when you start getting into citations, it can be a little bit shorter than what we'd like. But so I'm going to call this, I'm just going to shorten this up a little bit so that I get a better idea of what this is. And then I have a description here. I can just leave this here. This is just the citation itself, as you can see, or I can change it. I think this is the same one here. I'm just going to grab this description and I'll just put it in there to tell me a little bit about this citation. All right, so now that I have that, what I personally have done, so what I could do at this point is either click this button and say save quick part as uncategorized, in which case the only way that it would be categorized is as of type citation, which might be fine. What I actually have done is I have created this category within my system called citation categories, in which I've put all of the categories that I have for my citations. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that, and then click add quick part. And then I get a message telling me that my quick part has been created. And so now, and you'll see it kind of put the id form in there. I'm just going to clear the document. So now, if I come over here and I insert one of the citation fields, let's do the long form, And we'll do a short form, and we'll do a id form. And now you see that this citation will be in here. So if I come down to the ends, okay, there it is. National Resources Defense Council versus the NRC. And you see I have my description here that tells me what it's about. So I can put that in, that's the long form. And then I can come over here and get the short form. And then I also have the id form. And as you can see, if I come over here and do show hide codes, I have got the TOA, Table of Authorities, codes attached for each of these forms. So let me just go ahead and highlight the citations so that you can better see where the codes start. So you can see that these have been highlighted as regulations, which is how I categorize them. And you can see that they've got the codes attached for each of them. You know, and so then if I wanted to come over here and put in a TOA section and then create my table of authorities, there it is, regulations. And I want to show you that these are going to be put, I'm just going to put some spaces in here so I can show you that they're all going to get picked up. I'm going to put each of these on a different page, and then I'm going to update my table of authorities. And now you'll see that in fact all three forms are getting picked up by the table of authorities. Okay, so now I can get rid of these. Oops, actually I don't want to do that. Let me get rid of these spaces. Actually, it doesn't matter because it's all going to get erased when I do add my next one. Okay, so let me come over here and I'm going to add another one. And again, I come over here. Oh, and I want to show you one other thing before I do that. So if I open my insert window, if I come over here and just choose citations, it's going to show me every citation that I have put into the system. But because I created a category called Choose Citation Categories, and I've categorized them that way, I can then go and say, okay, I only want to look at citations that are regulations. And now I only have my regulations, and there's the one that I just added. And you see there's the citation, here's the description that I put in, or, you know, the beginning of it. And then here's a preview. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this preview, but anyway, there's a preview of the citation. And I can insert it from here also. So if I put my cursor over here and I do insert quick part, you see that it's inserted. This currently is, and again, I can change it later if I decide that's not the right citation. Currently, this is only inserting the long form. In the future, I'll change that to insert the different short forms as well. You know, but again, if I wanted to change that to a different form, I can change the citation type, change it to say short form. You know, I have to fill it in again, but I can change it. So there's that. So if I had not chosen a subcategory here, you know, as we discussed, it will still be categorized as a citation, and I can still find it in there. All right, so I'm going to add another one, and now I'm going to show you adding a citation with a pin cite. So again, I come over here, click citation. I get this pop-up window, yes, clear my document. And so now I want to come over here, and I believe this one has a pin cite. So I'm going to copy this one, bring it over here, get my short form, get my id form, and then put it in a category, cases, I guess. And then because on this one I want to remove the pin cite, I can click on this remove pin cite button. I'll get this pop up. It shows me the original citation. And then I can come down here and I can remove this pin cite. Okay. And so now this is what the original citation will look like. And this is what the citation without the pin cite will look like. If I click this reset citation button, then I get it back to the original. So I'm just going to take that out again. And then from here, I create I click Create Citation. And again, I can categorize, I can, format it however I would like. I'm just going to leave it how it is for this one. I'm just going to leave the description how it is. Here I'm just going to change this, Don Joe Agency. Okay, I guess that's fine. And then I'm going to categorize it under cases and add it. Okay, it's been created. And so now, clear the document. If I come over here and put in the citation field, and then I find this John Doe Agency. And so now you'll see that when I put in my table of authorities, you'll see that here in the citation itself, we do have the pin site, but up here in the table of authorities, it's not present. And so I believe that that is the correct way that it should be done. The pin site should not be in the table of authorities. If that is not correct, I would appreciate any feedback on that, what is actually correct, so that I can fix that. So I believe that's it. And again, oops, if I change this to the short, okay, the id, then there it is. And that's John Doe. Or I can change it to the short form. And there it is. So I believe that's it for adding citations. Oops, sorry, that's not it. I need to show you modify. Delete is pretty straightforward. You just find the citation and delete it, just like any other quick part. Modify is pretty straightforward as well. We just find the citation. It pops up for us. We make whatever changes we want to make. So maybe I'll just change the short form to be, I'll just take this corp off the end. I'll change the id to 144. I'll change this to 144. And then I want to modify the pin site version as well. So here you see it's a little bit different. So let me change that 144, and the pin site's already not in there. So I'll create the citation. Okay, and now it's telling me not to do any formatting changes here. I actually would, for modifying, I would have done that on the previous screen. But again, this is all fine. All of this has been populated for me with what I previously had. And then I'll modify the quick part. It tells me it's been modified. And now if I put the citation in, I see that my changes have been made. So this is now 144, right? And then if I do the short form, that corp that I took off the end is gone. And then for the id, it's 144, like we changed it. So that's that. And that's how you add citations to the JenDoc document system. Thank you for watching.